Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
hold on. My favorite line is, okay, talent, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Record. Welcome to the Mayhem of the Soccer Podcast USA. I'm Christina Uncle, joined by the one and only Lori Lindsay. Welcome to another show, another mayhem, another madness. You can't tell me yet who it is, but you got someone special coming up for the call up. Any kind of special tease you want to give us? Anything like that? So the listeners
Listen,
get excited.
I mean, she has been around the block in women's soccer, national teams, investor, pundit. Okay, so we're in for a treat. We're in for a treat, and she has a lot of pizzazz. So we are very lucky to have her. But she's also, which makes sense with her life, on a time constraint. So we don't have a lot of time with her. So it's like a pop in. Here we go. Let's rock and roll and pop right out. So
all right. So I won't tease anyone with my guess yet here.
Yeah.
But I think I have a guess.
Oh wait,
cool.
I want to know, what is your guess? Who's your guess?
No, because what happens if I'm right?
Can you do initials?
JF. Oh, really? It's not Julie Foudy.
No.
I'm so excited.
No.
All right. So
But-
she's gonna pop in eventually sometime.
Knows Jules really well.
No. Okay.
So-
Ooh. All right. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. And then Kevin, our main producer, will come in eventually. But Lori and I are on time constraints, so let's move forward. Lori, don't laugh at me. I signed up for my first sprint triathlon. In
Wait,
less
what?
Than 30 days.
Amazing.
You want to know why? Because I made a commitment to myself 2 years ago when I was no longer chasing professional athletes, like the Sam Kerrs of the world and the fastest people in the world, that I will run a triathlon by the time I hit 40. My birthday's this week, and I thought I was turning 39.
You thought you were, don't tell me you're turning 40.
No, I'm turning 38. I have 2 more years.
Okay.
But I
Hold up.
literally really thought I was turning 39, and I was like, holy smokes, I need to start triathlon training. Booked it, doing a sprint triathlon, and then Googled or ChatGPT my birthday. I'm actually turning 38. So now I have 2 years. How about that?
Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny that you don't even know your birthday.
No,
You know your
just round
birthday,
up.
you just didn't know what year it was or like how old you're going to be. That's amazing. And I actually was hoping that you were going to be 40 and you had no clue that this is like a monumental birthday. So, okay, well, first of all, happy birthday. What day is it? I don't even know.
What day is it today? The 13th. Tomorrow. It's the 14th. It's tomorrow.
Okay.
I know, which I guess if you're listening to this, it's 2 days ago. But yeah, no, crazy. So that's on my mind right now is how the hell am I going to put triathlon training with everything I'm doing? But we'll
when
find a
is the-
time for it.
When is the sprint triathlon?
Like
How long do you have?
June 22nd. I have a
Wait.
friend trying to design me. Oh yeah.
It's.
What?
I'm thinking you're going to say September. Next month is when you're
The
running.
sprint triathlon's super duper short. I think at the end of the day, I'm just gonna like hang out, wait for everyone to beat each other up when they go into the water, and then like tread into it and just get used to the conversion with the bike and the water and all of that jazz.
Wait, yeah. Tell me the actual like mileage for the for everything.
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask that, and I don't know that off the top. Okay, sprint triathlon. So anyone out there who runs triathlons, and who is a beginner like me, help me, send me messages, links, things that you guys love. So the distance for sprint triathlon is a 750-meter swim, a 20-kilometer, sorry, we don't use those standards, bike, and a 5-kilometer run. So it's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Like you're like the
Doable.
ultimate Iron Woman. So
Yeah.
like,
Doable.
I know I'm talking to you, but
Well, how are you feeling about it? Like you're getting somebody to write you a program?
ChatGPT did.
Oh.
We need to be sponsored by ChatGPT. I actually just did. I was just like, okay, quick sprint triathlon. I started doing a little bit of triathlon training about a year and a half ago before I took over for the club, and then I just didn't have time. And so now I'm just going to make time for myself.
Okay. Yeah.
before I
So
turn
when is this training going to take place? In the mornings? Like, is that the best time for you?
Mornings at 5:30 in the morning. I have to work out
Oh,
before
wow.
7 a.m. or it doesn't happen. So,
Okay.
but today I'm going to go mess around with the pool. I have those resistance swimmers. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go do about 30 minutes in because I just learned how to breathe underwater. No idea what that is. That makes plenty of sense. You're not supposed to hold your breath when you're swimming. Just FYI.
It's just to breathe underwater.
Yeah. So you blow out. You like, and then you like breathe when you come up, and then you blow out again. I was holding my breath and coming up, and I'm like, I don't know how people
I
do
see.
this.
Not
Yeah.
too efficient is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
So you're becoming more efficient and you're training for this in June. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited to hear how this goes. We need like weekly check-ins then.
I know. I need accountability. Everyone keep me accountable because if not, I'm not going to do it. And yeah, help me out as much as you guys can.
Okay.
And
I
I
love
need like your encouragement, advice. And somebody said like I have to put it on social media because then I have to do it. And I'm like,
Well, this is your social media right here is where we're going to be chatting with people. So,
all right. Well, good.
Yeah.
People help me out. Sprint triathlon, first time, turning 38, not 40. So I want to get to a full triathlon. I'm just going to start with the babies right now. But
wonderful. I love the announcement. I love the announcement. Oh my
the
goodness.
one and only.
See,
Hello.
the way that I described you, Les, before you came on.
No, Hunter. No. Sorry.
See, this is Christina wanted a clue, right? And I'm like, somebody. This makes.
I love it. Is that the face you give your beautiful 3 daughters?
Oh my gosh. Seriously. They're gone at school too. It should be quiet in here. Gunner, quiet. 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 Hi, guys.
What's Gunner? Hi. What is Gunner barking about?
That's
Gunner, what?
Hi, Gunner.
Gunner. Shh. I don't know. He's protector. He heard someone at the door, so I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, before you popped on, hi, welcome, thanks for joining us. Christina was like, "Can you give me some clues?" And I was like, "Yeah, try to guess." And I was like, "This person has been around the women's soccer block, and she's been involved in playing, punditry, investor, just everything." So here you are. And you know who Christina guessed? Julie Foudy. So you two are basically the same person. You and Jules are the same person. Like
You and Jules are the same person. I was like,
Yeah.
gosh, that's her about. Now she would have said like you're a business mogul with the makeup and all of the other kind of stuff,
3
fashion
kids.
brands. Then, yep, 3 kids. Well, how many kids does Jules have?
2.
2, right?
Yeah.
Two,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I
Not
probably
three,
for those.
not 3 and 4 years or 3 and 3 years, however it works.
I had to add that. I saw that and I was like, what about the women who have just gone back to back to back to back? Surely my body is saying something, okay?
Okay,
Like,
you're out of the weeds. You're out of the weeds.
That is
Yeah,
a feat
here we
in and
are.
of itself. Oh my God. Well, welcome to the Soccer Podcast USA, the
you.
Leslie Osborne.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, take it away, Lori. Like, I'm
Okay.
stoked.
Well,
I love
first
you to
of all,
pieces.
Les, you are very busy. So your mom's coming to visit. She's like flying in right now.
Yeah, the
Is that true?
problem
Okay,
is,
so
Flora is on my calendar. I had put Nana comes and like the all day thing, but I didn't put like the time. I
I
double
see.
booked, but it's fine. She doesn't land till 9:55 and we're good.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no panic. I slightly
Or-
panicked, but we're all good here. It's fine.
No,
Everything's
you-
fine.
You should have seen the text exchanges yesterday because it was like, "Can you join?" Sure. No, I can't. My mom's coming. Yes, I can. LOL. Is there going to be a yes or no for you to be able to join? But anyway, okay, moving on because we got limited time. So first of all, I want to say hi. Also, Christina, Leslie, the new adventure she's going to be starting is the assistant sporting director to me for TST. So we are basically
Get out. I
running
love it.
TST this year.
All right. So you guys just going to throw out a bunch of North Carolina girls again? I'm going to call you both out on that.
listen,
Lori.
we don't-
Lori didn't even play against my Tampa Bay Sun team last year. She
Well-
just sat in the semifinals and rested.
That's
Rested.
because our higher ups were like, hey, to me and Joanna Lohman, the older players, they're like, we're not going to play you as much. We're going to
Oh.
play the younger players. And I was like, fair enough. I don't need to be warming up. I don't need to be playing. I'll stand here and be a great cheerleader. And that's why I put myself in the sporting director role this year because I don't need to be playing. Okay. But
So sporting director and assistant sporting director. So we'll see you out at TST.
Yeah.
yeah,
Love it.
Dynamic duo. Here we go.
dynamic duo of
listen.
running the team, having to know everything about coaching, which we don't. And also, but there's a good chance we might have to coach.
Yeah.
And just make sure everything runs properly. So
Oh,
I'm
fair.
feeling that we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, we're fine.
So
Yeah.
is this breaking news? Like, have you guys told TST yet, or is this breaking news?
I think some
No,
people
I
are
would
going to
say
be
break-
surprised, Laura, because you're not going to be playing. You're not going to be an active player. So there's going to be a lot of hype around, oh, Lori's now on the sidelines in a different role. And then they're going to see
100%.
me and they're going to be like, why aren't you playing, Leslie?
And she's going to say, I had to be Lori's assistant. This is the deal.
Listen,
Exactly. If Lori's not playing, I'm not playing.
listen, we got
Oh,
to make sure we
commercial.
So
Well, actually, we were just at a good friend's birthday last night. Jen Beatty's birthday, right? And we were talking about the old school commercial of Mia Hamm being at the dentist and having a cavity. And it was like, oh, you
Everyone's
have a
sitting in the
cavity?
chairs and
I have a
waiting.
cavity. Now I have a cavity. Do you all remember that Nike
Yes,
commercial?
yeah.
Yes, that's
I
like
just
you.
saw that
I'm
recently
not,
for
you're
some
not
reason.
playing? I'm not playing.
Oh my god.
The
Are
solidarity.
you in New York, Laura?
I was. I'm back in Philly now. But I have to fly out tonight. So it's been a
Just
while.
coming to Florida, but
Yeah,
we're never going
like-
to see each other. We're in the same, like you were at Louisville and I landed and I couldn't even go watch her commentate or anything like that. So in the same area, we just never hang out except virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in New York the last 2 days, Les.
Okay.
And then we all met up to go to Jen's birthday.
Oh, I saw some
dinner.
pics.
And then, and then we had to leave a little bit early because I had to take the train down to get back here last night
Oh,
because I have MLS midweek.
wow.
So I'm flying out.
Well, I'm excited
So
to
it's been-
see Miss Jen Beatty this weekend, and Allie is coming with. Creek.
Perfect. And,
So I'm
and
excited.
we have TST together. And then that immediately after that, Danielle Slayton is also like, let me know when you're going to be in town, June 13th.
Yep.
So you got
Sorry,
that
yeah.
in the calendar.
Right in the calendar.
Okay, moving on though. Let's chat about you because, like, listen, now we're just having like a little like a powwow. I mean, we're just like chit chatting.
Yeah, I love this. I love this pod.
Okay, so let me know. Tell us, what have you been up to? You got your 3 kids. What's the most? You're one of the founders for BayFC. There's a lot going on in terms of just like how you all launched that. But regardless, tell us what you're most excited about, how your girls are outside of TST as well.
Yeah, well, TST is, I mean, the most crazy important. My 3 girls are good. The older 2 are super into soccer, so no longer do we have weekends anymore. I think this weekend we had 5 games. And it's so fun. Like watching them play, they absolutely just love it. Olivia scored a goal on Mother's Day and she sprinted to the sideline, finding me, and she jumped on me. And
No.
after the it was like, and after the game, I said, Olivia, did you plan that? And she goes, Mommy, of course, I plan all my celebrations. And it goes back to her watching.
Boy, does she get that from you or Ricky?
No, I don't think either of us. I think it's because
I blame it on the NWSL players.
exactly.
Put her right in the mix of
Totally.
I love seeing your daughters. Like those are their role models. Like they can see them, they're inspired to them, and then they watch all the celebrations. I don't blame her. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Asiat Oshwala we're very close to her, and Olivia just adores her, loves her celebrations. Rachel Kunanaji, so many players on our team and in the NWSL celebrate in such a way that Olivia just literally thrives. Like she wants to score just so she can celebrate. And it's just,
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Oh,
And so Ricky
that.
and I are just enjoying watching the girls just love to play. And, you know, they play on the weekends and we go to the BFC games, and then they play and we go to the BFC games. So it's fun right now. Angel City's coming into town. So do you guys hear that static in the background? Is that just on my end?
Do.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we hear it.
As long as it's
Yeah, we hear.
It's you.
Oh, it's me.
But we're moving it.
Is it me?
I don't know. But it's totally okay.
That's
We'll move it on. We'll be able to take it out.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
be able to take
Okay,
it out.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're great.
But yeah, Angel City's coming in town this weekend, which my girls love. The Giselle and Alyssa Thompson, the
I was
Thompson.
gonna say the Thompson sisters.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I actually think of your daughters when I see them. I always think of your daughters. Like
Oh.
if they played together, that would be incredible.
yeah, it's crazy. I think about Sam Mewis and Christy Mewis. I think about sisters that are really close together. My older 2 are only 15 months apart. They play outside. They play 1v1 every day. They just go at it and they compete and they compete. And just to see them like compete with each other, but also be teammates, and then to watch these like sisters come up the ranks, it's like, it's incredible. I mean, like if I'm Alyssa Thompson's parents and Giselle's parents, I would be like, this is absolutely bonkers. It is so
Yeah.
cool.
I think about that all the time as well. Just even watching them. We had their game. When was it? Couple weeks ago against Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City had come to play in DC, and they each had a goal. Alyssa actually assisted
Yes.
on Giselle's goal.
And they
Mm.
celebrated
Just
together.
watching these elite athletes, these elite people, just have joy through sport, and I found myself during the commentary thinking to myself, being like, "This is amazing," and their parents must be like, we've helped
that's-
facilitate this. Like we gave this like life to the kids to be able to like flourish in this environment. It is so fun because they it is, if you're listeners, if you haven't been to a game, go to a game.
Yeah.
Because that it is so different than watching on television. And it's so fun to see them live. So it's just like, yeah, spectacular. But I just wanted to go off of that real quick because you were talking about BFC, and I had mentioned, obviously, you were one of the founders, and also just like a lot of inner workings with that and bringing in expansion teams to the league. But more so, I just wanted to ask about your girls and what that means to them. Because I think one of the big conversations we always would have growing up is we had the 99ers, Mia, and how influential Ryan Ascuri, Julie Foudy, all of these players that were so influential for us.
Yep.
But now there's just so many, and there's all of these players in the backyard for your daughters to go every single day. So can you put that into words on like how you see them when they watch the game and what that means to them?
Yeah, I mean, it's truly the best gift that we can give any little girl or little boy out there. I mean, to understand what's happening in front of them is actually, it's hard to put into words. I mean, my girls, especially Olivia, she's an 8-year-old. She believes she can go and do anything she wants. She has already talked about not going to college and going pro right away, not because she actually is good enough, but just because she sees these pathways and these players are telling their stories. Like Asiat Oshwala couldn't tell her parents that she was playing soccer. Her dad was not allowing it. And so she would pretend to go on a run. She would meet these boys at a park. She'd play pickup for 30 minutes, and then she would jog home and pretend she went on a jog because her dad did not allow her to play soccer. And hearing these stories to my girls, like, first of all, how cool is it they're getting experience of so many different cultures, right? And understanding all these players on BFC and their pathways. And my girls and their soccer team go to every Bay FC game. They are now like, I want to be like Kelly Hubley. I want to be like Rachel Kunanaji. Olivia is obsessed with Carly Lima, obsessed with her. Like anything Carly Lima does, she's like, I want to do that. I want to be that. And it's absolutely incredible to have these women in our lives, whether we know them personally or not. The fact that so many girls get to go watch week in and week out, whether it's on TV or in person, it is impacting. Whether these girls go on and play professional soccer, that doesn't matter. Whether they go on and play college soccer, that also does not matter. But to have female role models that you can connect to, that you can look up to, that you can aspire to be to. And the coolest part is for these girls to meet these players after the game. They're like, oh my God, they're so nice. They're normal. Yes, honey. Yes, girls. They are just normal people. And it almost like makes them, it's more attainable to the girls. They're like, they're just like us, you know? And I remember meeting Julie Foudy when I was 13 years old in Wisconsin, and it changed my trajectory. And now this is happening every week for girls all over the country. And it's the coolest work that we can all do, is be part of this, changing the game forever.
And making this normal. I mean, Leslie, you said something that, like, one of the words that you said was like normalizing this, not just for young girls, that they can be pro athletes or at least dream to be a pro athlete. And that's something they can obtain, but the boys as well. So interesting enough, today we had a young group, 5 kids, and their topic it was a school assignment. So they were on a field trip, was equal pay for women. And so they toured the facilities here at Tampa Bay Sun, and we were able to talk to them. Right. And it was a mix of girls and boys, and that conversation of saying, like, I just see a professional athlete. I don't see a female professional athlete. I'm like, oh, we're in such good hands moving forward. Like,
absolutely.
Eliminating that. Like, my favorite thing is seeing young boys in our jerseys running around. They don't care. They just see a professional athlete. I'm like,
exactly.
That's it. When 100% humanity is on board, our girls are good for the rest of their lives too. They'll have different fights, just not those.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, now what's you say Nana or Nana?
Nana.
What are you saying? Nana. What's Nana coming into California? What's she going to be up to with all?
You know what she's going to do? She's going to organize the fridge first. Clean the fridge.
Okay, great.
Then she's going to go to my cupboard and reorganize. Then she's going to move upstairs to the linens closet. She loves to organize. My mom does not stop. She's an Energizer bunny, just one thing after the next. And we will hike. She'll work out here, and she'll just clean and cook. She loves to, like, be helpful, and it's so nice. We've had
Okay,
So the
years.
apple did not fall far from the tree then, because I feel like your house is like the most organized. It's gorgeous. Like all of this, the backyard kitchen is beautiful, which is where you do your podcast. I'd love to hear more about that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did not fall too far from the tree. But
Thank you.
yes, real quick, podcast. Like, what is your new podcast? It's beautifully well done.
Thank you.
Give a shout out so people can hear and listen more about it.
Thanks, Christina. Well, you are a perfect example of a amazing mom, entrepreneur, and former athlete that is doing exactly what I wanted to highlight. I think it was in COVID 2021 watching Alex Morgan compete in Tokyo, and her and I have daughters, Charlie and Izzy, that are the same age. And I remember talking to her saying she was separated from Charlie in the bubble. And I remember being with my baby on the couch and going, gosh, all these stories, all of these incredible things that these athletes are doing that are not told, they're not shared. And so I had the idea in 2020 to come up with a show to be able to highlight all of the incredible things that female athletes are doing, being moms, being entrepreneurs, being in tech, business of sports. And we brought it to life 4 years later. Front Office Sports, they were like, this is an amazing concept and opportunity. And it's really a platform. It's a platform to share all these stories that haven't been heard. It's an opportunity for women, especially like Heather O'Reilly comes to example. She talks week in and week out about soccer. She's never really had an idea or a platform to talk about her mental health and her going through depression and her going through the low states. And so our show is really an opportunity to be able to talk about those redefining moments in their career or in our personal lives that have helped shift our careers. And I feel fortunate that Front Office Sports sees this opportunity and really to showcase and storytell of all the incredible things. And Lori, so many of our mom teammates did while we were playing that we thought was normal. That shit's not normal.
Yep.
Like Christy Rampone nursing her kid on a flight to Japan, sitting in a middle seat, like
Yep.
it's unbelievable. The things that we have done as athletes and former athletes, and I feel grateful. It's called Redefined. It's on Front Office Sports, and we actually, our podcast comes out tomorrow. We interviewed the president of the Valkyries, which is the newest WNBA team here in the Bay Area, and another incredible interview. So for anyone that is interested, tune in. It's a pretty cool show.
I love the name Redefined.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just asking, what's the cadence? Are you doing that every week?
Yeah,
You putting
every
it out
week.
every-
We were in New York for 6 weeks and we shot 6 episodes, but usually it's it's once per week. So yeah, really excited. We just did Bex Gentry, a Peloton tread specialist, and she did the amazing race where she ran 7 miles or 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents.
Oh, wow.
And if that shit ain't crazy, then like
Yeah,
I don't know what is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bananas.
I saw that. The timing on this is perfect, Leslie. Like I was just telling Lori, I thought I had made this pact to myself that I would run a full triathlon by the time I turned 40.
Amazing.
My birthday is tomorrow, and I thought I was turning 39. So I started freaking out and saying I need to train. I booked a sprint my triathlon in June to get ready for it. And then I found out after I chat GPT that I'm actually turning 38. So now I have another extra year. So I literally will be listening to that podcast because I saw the post and I'm like, I'm going to go listen to that because I have to figure out bike transition. So the timing could not have been perfect.
Wait, I'm so happy for you that you were not turning 41 or like a year older, because that would be like the most depressing thing. So good for you. You have more time. But she told me she ran 7 marathons, 7 days, 7 continents. She was not sore one time.
How is that
That's
possible?
insane. We all know lactic acid's a real thing.
She said her trainer made her run a marathon and then go to work at Peloton and teach a class. So she was so comfortable being fatigued that she didn't even know what fatigue was. It's like,
got it.
But she
think about it. It's like when you guys trained for the beep test, right? You trained to be better than the beep test. So by the time like for FIFA, we trained, if we had to do 10 laps around the field in the sprint intervals, you train at 12 laps.
Right.
So that 10 laps felt effortless. I could see that. Just
If I
not.
never have to do a beep test again, oh my God.
Oh,
my gosh.
ever? No,
Oh,
thank you.
Well,
No,
here's
one
what was
wants to
your
do
guys'
that.
scores? What was your average?
oof. Which
Well,
one
we
were
did
we
so
stopped
many.
or the continuous one? Remember there were two
We
different
had,
versions?
yeah, we had an intermittent one
Yes.
where you would have like a 10-second break every time you got back,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then a little box that you could walk into to get reset yourself, and then go again, and then everything. It obviously was the same though; it just progressively get faster and faster. But the other one was just continuous, where you never stopped, and you just had to make sure you hit the beep. So regardless, it was all hell. And no one liked it. And some people, like Heyo and Kelly O'Hara, were beating the test, and
Yeah.
everybody else
Did
It
not.
was
was
dying.
also like, here's how I feel about the beep test, and then we're not going to keep you much longer, Les, because you got to go. But the thing about the beep test, and anybody listen, we did so much fitness. I feel like we can say this. I feel like the beep test should just be a gauge of like where you currently are, and then you build your program off of that.
Yeah.
For a while though, we were using it as like, hey, you're either fit or you're not, and I'm like,
Really?
listen, the requirements for a center midfielder are very different than a center back versus a forward or a winger. And we have some people that are just really good at fitness and others that just aren't. And it never meant that like one player couldn't play for 90 minutes or the other. And I understand there's like a mental component to that too, where you're just kind of reaching, how can you push yourself?
Yeah.
Totally get that as well. But like that was never an issue with our women's national team.
my
So
God.
it's like, I'm like, this should just be a gauge.
Do you remember?
Meanwhile, everyone's like,
Do you remember
freaking,
our
like,
goalies
losing it.
used to have to run it too? Like, how come goalies have to hit what we have to hit field
Goalies.
players? Like,
Get out.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure our goalies would like strike on us if we put them on the
I
beat
was like,
test.
this feels horrible.
Horrible. And remember the group that didn't hit like the top group? If you weren't fit enough, you had to stay home after break and you didn't get a break.
Yeah, you were.
And then you just kept running.
It was a terrible cycle of
Oh.
not mental toughness. You were just mentally drained, and then also your body was falling apart because you're like, now I've done too much fitness and I'm never getting a break.
I mean, we were
It was
doing
bananas sometimes.
we were doing the beep test in those cones and 800s.
all the time.
Oh.
800s.
Oh, that's
800s.
That's got to be like a fitness fad though at that time, because believe it or not, referees do a intermittent yo-yo test. So they like put cones in certain locations and it's like all throughout the field, and you never wanted to be on like this far left cone because that meant you had to do a longer sprint across the top of the 18.
Wow.
It was one of the worst feelings in the world. And to your point, like either you hit the 18.1, I think, or 19.
Oh,
I'm like, great, you could referee the World Cup. Oh wait, you know, you were 17.9. I don't think you can referee the World Cup. You're like,
wow. What
Yeah.
caliber
So
of refs, like at what level do you have to do that sort of fitness testing? Is it only for World Cups in a Champions League and Olympics, or is it like where's the
yeah, great question. So it in the past it was so as a FIFA referee you have to test, you should test quarterly, but now you're starting at your state referee level. So as soon as you start advancing, before you even hit national, so by the time you get the referees in PRO, they've been running fitness tests for effortlessly 5, 6, 7 years.
Wow.
So it's all sprints, it's all intermittent on the track. That drives me nuts because you have to what was it? I was like 32 trying to relearn how to do a sprint because we have 40-meter sprints under 6 seconds flat. And I'm like, I've never ran track for a reason. I played football for a reason. So I could
Yeah.
chase the ball and not worry about fitness. But then you had to worry about your start
Exactly.
out of the gate, your first 2 steps. I'm like, no disrespect. Nobody cares if I'm fast out of the 40-second meter, right? You know, who
Yeah.
cares? I have the right angle to see the call. So that stuff is a little frustrating. But to your point, you have to have a metric somewhere. But I think
Yeah.
that was like a 2000s thing. Like, let's just kill everybody with fitness tests, and that dictates your
Like a
fitness
lesson
level.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm scarred from it. I'm like scarred for life from that. Like that was like some of the best times and also the worst times.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean, it was intense. It was so beyond intense. And it was like, we were just talking about this at dinner last night too. It's just like some of the stuff, it's like how we operate as athletes, and the 1% is just,
I know. I
it's,
just I don't even know if
next
I
level.
can sprint anymore. Like when I try to like go 90%, 100%, I'm like, I feel like I'm still jogging. Like I've lost that acceleration. Like I just have one
Yeah, like
speed
your
hand.
fast twitch muscles.
Yeah.
I did the other day. I was like, God, I feel like I'm going fast. I bet you I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna record it just so I can like see how slow I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
That's why Laura and I are not playing.
right. That's why we're not.
yeah,
Like, when
full
you know the warm up
circle.
hurts, then it's like, I'm gonna stay out of retirement. I'm just gonna stay in retirement.
Seriously, do you remember when we played in Sydney and you and I and Carm were like warming up for like 30 minutes before playing even like pickup games? We were like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is
I'm like, this is it. This is it. So, oh look, this is a Sydney reunion.
I know.
Wait, Christina, were you there?
No, I was not in Sydney.
In my head, though, you were with us because of Jimmy Conrad, and which is funny. And we had Jimmy on last week, even though like it was you, Melissa
no.
Ortiz, and Jimmy.
I think you felt like I was with you because I would always just comment on your Instagram posts every time you would have.
Oh my! And yeah, last
It was driving Jen Pransky nuts.
Oh my gosh, Jen.
So I would reshare it so Jen saw it on your feed and my feed.
That's so funny.
Oh my
Good time.
Yes. Okay, Les. We know you have. This has been like amazing, but also LOL because we're just like shooting the shit. I don't know if we can say that here.
We gotta shoot the shit. Life's great.
We know you have to go, so we appreciate you so much for just jumping on. and
Yes.
saying hi.
Thank you. Super mom, super businesswoman. I love it. I saw some posts like moms' dreams matter, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't shade on the moms who are also doing business and doing
Yeah,
great
amazing.
stuff. So thank you for doing that because you lead and inspire me, and I listen to your podcast. So
Thanks for
Redefined,
let's
catch it, and everything that Leslie's doing, including her very organized kitchen and refrigerator.
trying.
already.
Yeah, well,
So
the fridge not right
I
now,
need-
but 2 days from now it will be immaculate. It'll be beautiful.
I need to
Listen,
post.
Put it on
I need to
Instagram.
post.
Yeah.
Put it on Instagram. We need to see this organization.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we love you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Awesome. Well, Lori, that was an incredible call up. Like, I completely missed that. Now, if you did say she was like a business mogul or something like that, I probably would have gone towards Leslie. But what an awesome call up. I love her to pieces.
Yeah, no, she's great. But I do always think, just because I don't know why, I just think you're at every tournament with us. And so I just like in my head, I'm imagining you in Sydney, which is like so funny. But anyway, yeah, Celeste is awesome.
Oh, I wanted to go to that
Yeah.
one so bad too. Like, that one was just like, it was just the location of where that Women's World Cup was,
Yeah.
etc. Just unfortunately, the cards weren't in it for me. So
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Still got to get a call up. I got benched that one.
Oh,
It's
she's
like-
benched, but not
it's like,
anymore.
I
She's
need to go
calling
bench for the
herself
Women's
up for the sprint triathlon. So look,
Sprint triathlon's what we're doing. So just, I just wanted to pick your brain on two topics just real
Mhm.
quick. It's like, well, one, I'm gonna this is a little bit more funny, but David Beckham and Minnesota, that chat back and forth. What are your thoughts? I loved the Instagram post. Like, I thought or the tweet post. Like, is that
Yeah,
like
just-
legit? Is he really annoyed?
oh, I mean, good question. I don't know, but I appreciate banter. I love the back and forth. I mean, that's what you want from sport in general, right? So, and it's fun for all of us that are getting to read. So,
It is.
I mean, do you
Pink
think
Phony
what
Club
were you
is
thinking of?
epic. Oh my God. So here, right, being in the front of house side, like, I'm just thinking of my marketing team. If they were retweeted by David Beckham, like, we'd be like, we're winning.
Yep.
We won. We won.
Yep.
Pink Phony Club, that got him. We're retweeted. I'd
Exactly.
be like, okay, here's a $500 bonus.
Absolutely. And just like getting underneath their skin, putting it into the side of the ribs. Yeah, exactly. No, I this is one of the things that I love about sport. You see it all the time. We always talk about it too on the women's side, wanting more of that.
Yeah.
So we start to see that even with some of the social media, just the banter back and forth. But then obviously when you get one of the most recognizable faces in sport in general coming back at it, then you're just like, that is a win. And actually end up into $1,000, not just $500 bonus.
Don't forget to follow us on the Soccer Podcast USA as we continue to bring you big names and bold opinions. That's it for our show. See you later.